let's talk about another big figure here. Vice President JD Vance. He actually flew in earlier today to comfort the family of Charlie Kirk. They took off from the airport probably about 60 minutes ago. Our own Alex Cabrera was there live when it all played out. Alex?
Mike, this was a day the vice president probably never thought he would have to do, escort a personal friend home after a tragic event that took his friend's life. Vice President JD Vance and Charlie Kirk, they were very good friends. And after what happened yesterday, Vance came here to Salt Lake City to bring Kirk and Kirk's family home to Arizona. Air Force 2 landed in Salt Lake City just after 2:15 this afternoon, coming from a military base in Maryland. The plane arrived to the Utah Air National Guard Base, which is just east of the Salt Lake City airport and right off 2200 West. There were some people here as well as at the Utah Medical Examiner office, hoping perhaps they would see Vice President Vance. However, the plan was never for the vice president to leave the base. Instead, it was a quick meeting with some Utah dignitaries and then to meet with Kirk's family and friends. Even still, there were plenty of people who wanted to support the vice president's visit to Utah.
And I thought, oh my gosh, that's literally up the street. I need to go and pay my respects in a small way. So brought a picture of Jesus Christ, who he represents and loves, and shared to the world about, and saw all the cameras and thought, oh, maybe I would be privileged enough to see him go by.
The vice president was only here in Salt Lake City for a couple of hours. Air Force 2 left at about 4:30 this afternoon, and we're just getting video in the past 15-20 minutes or so of Air Force 2 arriving in the Phoenix area. Again, it is where the Kirks lived, where the vice president was bringing them home. This wasn't the customary and normal visit to Utah or to Arizona by a vice president or a president. Instead, this was a solemn event to bring a friend and his family home. Let's send it back to you in Orem. Mike?
Yeah, Alex, hang with me for a second, because the fact that the vice president came all the way out here, you spoke with people who showed up at the airport, just wanted to offer their condolences, showed their love and support here. The impact that Charlie Kirk, for those who didn't know or maybe had never heard of him, you can see it seems like he felt to people like there was a personal relationship. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, especially with the young people, Mike. That's something we've heard from quite a few people over and over again, that Charlie Kirk was somebody who connected with that younger crowd. It's why we saw so many people there to come to his debate and his event yesterday at Utah Valley University. But also not just the young crowd, but we also saw definitely some adults my age, adults your age, and even people who were a little older who were here just scattered about because they support this administration and they wanted to support JD Vance, the vice president, coming here today saying that they appreciated that Charlie Kirk's death was a big enough impact on this administration and on the country to have something like this, the visit of a vice president to bring Charlie Kirk home. Mike, absolutely right.
Yeah, we appreciate the coverage there at the airport. Thank you very much, Alex.